Hello, dear soul. Welcome. It's time to rest. You've done enough for today. You've given enough. You've carried thoughts, feelings, responsibilities. And now, it's time to let all of it go. Tonight, you're invited into a world that exists beyond clocks and calendars. A soft world. A secret world. A place that waits for you, just beyond the mist. It's a story wrapped in silence, in candlelight, in pages that turn with the breath of the wind. So, close your eyes, if you haven't already. Let the weight of the day fall away. You are here now, and here is a beautiful place to be. Tonight's journey will take you to a hidden library, tucked high in the mountains, where the wind tells stories. Soft and ancient, full of starlight and memory. Let the sound of my voice guide you. Let it fade and return like waves upon the shore. You do not need to focus. You do not need to try. Just be and breathe. Perp. Relaxation Session. Let's begin by arriving fully in this moment. Gently, calmly. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out again. Inhale. Let the air reach down into your belly. And exhale, releasing everything you don't need. With each breath, let go. Feel your shoulders grow heavy. Let your hands rest. Allow your jaw to soften. Unclench your thoughts. Now, picture yourself standing at the base of a mountain trail. The world below is distant and quiet. You are wrapped in a cool, silken mist. The wind hums through tall pine trees. There is no one else around. Only you and peace. Each step forward is lighter, each breath more effortless. And now, you see a soft glow in the distance. Lantern light flickering gently through the mist. You walk toward it, and the story begins. The Wind's Library. There was once a traveler named Liora. Her name was soft, like the first whisper of dawn, like the rustling of leaves before a storm. She was not a woman of many belongings, only a small satchel that hung from her shoulder, and a pair of boots worn smooth from miles of wandering. Liora did not seek riches, nor glory. She sought stillness, a quiet place where time itself could rest. Her journey led her through fields and forests, across rivers that whispered their secrets to the sky, and over hills that seemed to breathe with the land. But there was one place she had always heard of, only in whispers and half-forgotten stories. A place hidden high above the world, shrouded in mist, where the wind itself read stories aloud. No one knew exactly where it was. Some said it was just a legend, a tale passed from mouth to mouth. But Liora believed in it, for she had learned long ago that sometimes the things that are hardest to see are the ones that hold the deepest truth. One morning, as the mist hung low over the mountain pass, Liora found the path that would lead her there. It was narrow and winding, as if the earth itself had forgotten it existed. She walked, her feet light on the earth, as the scent of pine and moss filled the air. The mountains rose higher and higher, until they seemed to touch the sky, and the world below disappeared in a soft sea of clouds. As she climbed, the silence around her deepened, not an empty silence, but a quiet that spoke, a quiet that hummed like the strings of a forgotten song. And then, just when she thought she could not climb any further, she saw it. There, nestled in the mist, was the entrance to the Wind's Library. It was not a grand building, but a humble stone structure, carved from the mountainside itself, with wooden doors weathered by time. Leora's heart quickened as she approached. She could feel the wind around her, whispering, inviting her in. With a quiet breath, she opened the door and stepped inside. The air was warm, heavy with the scent of old books and wood. The space was lit by lanterns that flickered softly, casting shadows on the stone walls. But the most wondrous thing was the shelves. Shelves upon shelves, filled with ancient scrolls, dusty tomes and books whose covers had long since faded. And in the quiet corners of the room, the wind moved. It stirred the pages of the books, flipped them gently, as if reading aloud in a language that Liora could not understand. It was as if the wind knew the stories of the world, the stories of the mountains, the stories of the stars, the stories of forgotten dreams. Liora found a small wooden chair by a round window, its panes fogged by the cool mountain air. She sat down and watched the wind, feeling it brush her skin like a soft hand. And in the silence, the stories began to unfold. The wind told her of the giants that once roamed the northern forests, their bodies long turned to stone, but their spirits still resting in the mountains, guarding the secrets of the earth. It spoke of the stars, how they were born from dust and fire, and how they whispered songs to the world below. The wind told her of a great forest, where moonlight fell like silver rain, and where the trees themselves seemed to dream. Their roots reached deep into the earth, connecting all things, as if the world itself were one great sleeping organism. And as the stories flowed through the room, Liora felt her body grow lighter. With each tale the wind told, a weight seemed to lift from her heart, the burden of the world, of the things she had carried for so long, slowly, gently, drifted away. She listened to the wind, not with her ears, but with her soul. It was a different kind of listening, a listening that made no demands, a listening that allowed her to simply be. The wind spoke of lost memories, of things forgotten by time, things that had never truly left, but waited patiently to be remembered. Liora closed her eyes, feeling these memories dance around her, soft and sweet as the night itself. In that moment, she understood something, that she had not been searching for stories or for a place to rest. She had been searching for herself, for the stillness that lived inside her heart, for the peace that only the wind could bring. The wind's voice began to fade, like the soft hum of a lullaby. Liora stood and walked toward the door, her heart light, her mind clear. But she knew that this place, this library of whispers and dreams, would always be with her. For sometimes the greatest stories are not those we read, but those that the wind carries on its breath. And now, as the wind softly faded into the night, Liora walked back down the mountain, feeling the weight of the world no longer pressing against her chest. She was free, and she was home. Use a slow, gentle tone to guide the listener into full rest. And so, dear dreamer, the story has come to its end. But do not worry. The library of the wind still whispers, its pages still turning with each soft breeze. And tonight, as you drift into sleep, you are wrapped in that same quiet peace that Liora found in the mountains. Let the wind carry you now, into dreams where there is no rush, no worry, no hurry, just you and the gentle hum of the universe. Allow your breath to slow, your thoughts to soften, and rest. The stars are still, and the mountains are waiting for you. Good night, dear traveler. Sleep well, and sweet dreams.